Hold on a second. If you're like me, you love Babybels. They're one of my favorite snacks. But I find there's a lot of waste that comes with the Babybels. What I like to do with that waste is put it to good use. See, I make candles out of the wax shells from the Babybels. Just takes a little bit of time, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So what you're going to need to start off is a small glass container. Make sure it's glass. You don't want to use any sort of plastics that could melt or warp while the candle is actually burning. I'm just using an old candle glass that I had. Next you're going to need an anchor for your wick. So I'm just using pennies. You can just use one penny. If you have an old anchor from an old candle, you can use that too. It works well. You can just cut off the end there and tie a string to that. Speaking of string, you're going to need some string for the wick. And of course your discarded wax from your Babybels. Now there's a lot of wax on these strips that you use to open the Babybels, so don't throw these out either. You can get a lot of wax from these. So let's get started. So you want to start off by stripping off all the wax off these little bits of paper, taking as much as you can. Just like that. Just peel it off. Just like that. So the next thing we're going to do is make an anchor and the wick for our candle. So if you do have an old anchor, like this one, you can just tie a piece of string straight to that, just with a basic knot, just like that. Just pull it tight, and you're good to go. But if you don't have one of those, you can use a penny and a string, and you're just going to take a little bit of the wax. You're just going to ball it up over the end of the string, just like that. So you have a little ball of wax sitting at the end, like that. And you're just going to stick it on the end of your penny. Just like that. Okay? Now with this last step, you're going to get a little sticky, so hopefully you don't mind. But you're going to take your wick, you're going to turn it upside down, and you're going to place it at the bottom of the glass. So you're going to stick it to the bottom of the glass. Like that. So you can see this is up. Like that, okay? Then you're going to take all the little strips of wax while you hold the string in the middle here, because you don't want it to be burning to the edge, so you want it roughly in the middle. And you're just going to sprinkle these in all around the string. That. You're just going to press these down into the bottom. Just like that. You'll see I just push those down roughly into the bottom. So now you take all your little half moon pieces and just keep adding them over and over around the wick, leaving the wick in the center. And continue that until you have no more wax left. Making sure you're pushing really hard down. You want it to be pretty firm. You don't want any air pockets or anything in there. And I think I'm going to speed this video up to make it go a little quicker. Okay, and in the end, you should have something that looks like that. Just a bunch of layered Babybel shells surrounding your wick. Okay? That's basically it. You can just make sure it's pressed down firmly. There's no air pockets. And the first time you light it, because the wick is just a piece of string basically, it'll burn pretty high, but once the wax vapors get on the rest of the string, it'll be fine, and it'll burn just like a regular candle. So there you go. Got a nice little emergency candle. And hey, why don't we just start this up right now. Here we go. A little homemade Babybel candle.